You're such an asshole.
So we have another classic case of a man shooting up white girl blood. I keep telling you boys that white girl blood is for white girls. You should not shoot it into your veins. It's a drug epidemic, worse than the opioid epidemic, affecting a lot of men. I understand the gateway drug to white girl blood is parents and teachers telling you you can do whatever you want. And instead of explaining to you how the real world works, that the real world is sentient. The real world is made of 8 billion other human beings who have different desires and wants and preferences. And the lie, the gateway drug that we tell young people today, men as well, but women as well, is that you can tell that 8 billion people on the planet what you're going to do for a living and then delusionally expect to get paid a living wage for it. Now, that is strictly the domain of white girls from the suburbs who have rich parents and daddy, and then the government will make work government jobs for them. And they could be social workers and nonprofit executive directors. Oh my goodness. So unless you are a white girl from the suburbs with wealthy, and these are all requirements, with big tits, you get to answer to what the 8 billion people tell you they want. And that could be programming. That could be refining oil. That could be repairing cars. If you have the talent for it, it's hitting steers over fences with sticks or throwing orange spheres into red hoops. If you're really good, they'll pay a lot of money for that. But get it out of your fucking head that I don't like it. It wasn't really for me. Fuck you in your ass with a cactus. And I know you don't think, I know you were told by, so let's go through it. But your real problem is the classic, what trying to like it? What should I do now? And bro, he got a little bro in him. Entrepreneurship, bro. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Grow the fuck up. Quit being a fucking pussy. It's time to get serious about your career and education now. Hi, Cappy. It's been a while. This will be a long one for you. It's not. Actually, this is a very well written. It's very short and succinct. This is good. Thank you. I wanted your input on which career would be more lucrative in terms of living a comfortable life here in Florida. I'm currently 23 with no student loan debts or mortgage. I live with my parents to save as much as I can and as I can afford the current rental market. I'm not against you so far, but now here's where you fucked up. And was formerly an accounting major at Western Governors University, but realized, as you know, the job itself is very, very tedious and boring. No fucking shit. Really, I wonder why accountants are paid so much. I wonder why there's a shortage and wages are so high. Dude, okay, and now you've lost me. Now you should have shame. All right, fine, you're working hard, living at home, saving up the money. I got it. I'll even give you a little bit of forgiveness. Okay, yeah, you tried this, you didn't like it. But it's boring. I don't like it. Oh, I'm sorry, Becky. I didn't see your blonde highlights today and the heels you were wearing. Currently, I'm looking. And dude, majoring in accounting online, you couldn't handle that. If you can't handle that, you're not going to handle jack fuck all shit. You know, I don't know what. Maybe go become a teacher. All right. Currently, I'm looking at going into the trades instead. That's not going to be any easier than accounting. I'll tell you this. Accounting is probably easier than going into the things you listed right now. Because not only do you have to sit and be intelligent and think it through, there's obviously it's physically demanding. And where you are, Florida, HVAC, holy hot hell, Batman. You'll be begging to be doing your spreadsheets and your little bookkeeping in an air-conditioned apartment. I'm looking at going into the trades instead, and I've weighed my options between appliance repair tech, aviation mechanic, or maintenance technician. Now, you go through and tell me the wages. The wages tell you everything you need to know. The appliance repair school will be about 10 months, pays 18 to 21, an apprenticeship for 2 years. Okay. The aviation mechanic school is 2 years, but pays the most between 26 to 32. That's because it's the hardest. And you're going to have the feds up your ass, as you rightly should. Not you personally, but they need the planes not to crash. That's why that pays almost 50% more, almost double by some measures. Look, dude, if you couldn't hack an online accounting program from the comforts of your own home while living at home, you're not going to be any of these. And the maintenance tech pays 20 to 24, would be 12 months of school. So, okay, I have a question. Why don't you just go become a bartender or a waiter? You can make 18 to 21 with tips. I mean, shoot, 18 to 21, kids get paid that to babysit. The only thing worth going here would be the aviation mechanic. That would be it. But that's serious. That's no joke. And if I'm honestly, I'm just trying to save you time and money. Because what will happen? What's going to happen? You couldn't hack an online accounting program. And so you wasted, Lord knows, a year or two at that. I don't know how much time, but you wasted time and money. All right. Now you're going to go to mechanic school, aviation mechanic school. Oh, this is too hard. So you wasted now another year. And now you're back to the exact square you were when you graduated from high school at 18. You're living at home. You don't got no prospects. And you know, man, go back to accounting. I think what you should do is you should not go to school. You should not be going to school. You should be going out and working so that you know what the real world is like, so that you understand that there is no easy path, and once you go and wrestle with the real world and callous up and get stronger, you'd be like, oh, wow, it's this hard. And then maybe a program in accounting won't look so hard. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I got a nut up here and yeah, I can handle. I have responsibility, budgeting, working 2 jobs. You should work 2 jobs. Two, or one that also pays overtime, allows for overtime. Do that for 2 years, save up some money, right? And then once you're done going through that galvanizing process, once you've walked through the desert and you know what it takes to live in the real world, then you will actually have the wherewithal and the work ethic. Say, holy shit, this is hard, making $19 an hour, working 60 to 80 hours a week. Then you'd be like, oh yeah, I could do accounting, no problem. Or I could do the aircraft maintenance. But right now you like the work ethic for both. And appliance repair school, I'm confused about that one. It pays 18 to 21. Go show up on time and just work regularly at a restaurant. You'll make that. You could probably make that as a security guard, actually, especially if you're armed. I think you're old enough to be armed. So that's not even worth it. The maintenance technician, that's not worth it at $20 to $24 an hour. Yeah, I just go work security. Just save you. And then when you're more serious, once you get the white girl blood out of you, once you get serious, like, once you have the club of reality hit you upside your head and like Bugs Bunny with the stars going around, you're like, wait a minute. The reason people get paid so much is because their job is hard and it's not fun. Oh, that's why teachers don't make shit, because their job is easier than fuck all shit. And the way you can tell teachers have a job that's easier than fuck all shit is because they say, it's a really hard job. It's like, yeah, you've literally never left school. You've literally never had a hard job in your life. And then here, I could just tell it's you want to avoid the work. Out of the 3, which would you recommend between these options, mainly for entrepreneurship, bro, and being a responsible potential real estate investor for financial freedom? No. Entrepreneurship is hard. You have to work hard. What do you think? What do you think you're going to do as an entrepreneur or a real estate investor? You don't think you're going to be, what do you think that is from the analytical perspective? It's accounting. It's all accounting. Accounting's too hard. Well, Well, then you're not a real estate investor, because if you're too lazy to figure out how to read a Schedule E or an income tax or how to do financing, fuck off. You're not going to be a really entrepreneur. Get the fuck out of here. You're not doing any of these things. None of these. Now, the one that I think, if you're interested, the one I think that actually be more entrepreneurial related is just kind of related to the video I did before. Appliance repair. Because, okay, you're going to go to appliance repair school, right? And you're going to fix appliances, and it pays 18 to 21, which is shit. Well, that's because you're working for somebody. If you can go and learn to repair appliances on your own, you could go to appliance repair school. Sure, that's not going to hurt. You get a skill in a trade, but I think you're going to end up having to go on YouTube. It's kind of like computers, where you go to computer repair school, but it's going to teach you like, basic A+ certification type computer 101 shit. How do I troubleshoot this? You're going to Google it. You're going to YouTube it. And then you're just going to have to wrench on it on your own. And I think if you set up kind of like a handyman repair service, you said, Bob's Appliance Repair. In other words, you go to appliance repair school, you learn. Maybe you work for a guy for a year. Get your skills up. Then after that, Bob's Appliance Repair. And you just go around and help fix old ladies, whatever. Ovens, dishwashers, whatever it is, and you charge way more than $18 to $21 an hour. That'd be the most entrepreneurial one. But yeah, you're gonna, you'd have to be serious. And dude, it's the classic mark of a lazy man. I'm gonna get a real estate investor, bro. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna make way more on appliance repair, running your own business that way, doing a real job. You use your hands, and you get calluses here. Which I even have because I went to that gym. But I'm just trying to save you time. You're not going into property management. No, you're not becoming a real estate investor, bro. And no, you're not. For a financial free life, well, you better start getting fucking serious about your career and your job. Working for someone else, that the only one here is going to be the aviation mechanic school. That's not going to lend itself well to self-employment. Maintenance technician. What the hell is that? Like a janitor? Forgot to mention, my dad works at a place. He's in charge of the building and is willing to teach me his skills he learned if I teach me his skills he learned if I go to maintenance school, which is for HVAC. Okay, buddy, then do it. Then fucking do it. But and this time, I don't give a shit. Well, I don't give a shit what you do. You can, if it goes, this is hard. It's hot and it's really hot. Geez, did you know it's hot in Florida? And being Bruce Willis and Die Hard, going through the ducks. Yeah, whichever one you want, man. But you better realize that once it starts getting hard, that's where the money is being made. And so I don't care which one you do. I personally, if it was me, I'd go with the maintenance tech because your dad can get you a job, but you better fucking do it. If it was me, I'd go back to Western Governors University and be an accountant. That's what I would do. But since that's too hard, all the HVAC guys are probably laughing their ass off. Like, this guy thinks accounting's harder than HVAC? Yeah, go do HVAC. Go do HVAC, see what it's like. You know what? See if you can work with your dad a little bit. It's just like an assistant, just like regular basic, even before you sign up for HVAC, see if there's like just a general laborer position you could go work. So you see what it's like before you sign up for a 2-year program. I think that's what you should. You should go work in the field with your dad, entry level, see what it's like. And I bet you'll be begging and running back to that accounting program. And then until, admittedly, it's good that you're saving money living at home. I get that. All right. But until you live on your own and work up enough money to support yourself, you're not going to become a fucking real estate investor. All these douchebags who don't support themselves. And fine, I get it. Rent is very high. But the irony, you can't support yourself, but you're a real estate investor, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Flippity flay, flipping houses. Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy is too short to put his best foot forward. Nonstop Dre, but Cappy, not everyone can be like me. Yeah, everyone would be like me, and even better if you let them starve. If you let people starve, they will be better. Fanny Pearl, 10 British pounds. Merry Christmas, my spiritual brother. Life's great after I chose to live by reality distinguished from illusion. Exactly. Look, and just so you know I make fun of the liberal white girl blood from the suburbs, but where do you think those girls end up? The curse, or I guess the tragedy or the irony is, because, well, Bill Burr always said it, the world doesn't correct them because we want to fuck them. So they live in this delusional world. They kind of get bailed out a little bit. They get some government grant money and they work their nonprofit jobs. And oh my God, like Elizabeth Holmes, where like, I want to fuck her, so I'm going to fund her company to the tune of several $100 million. But the day comes that the beauty goes away, and then men have absolutely no ulterior motive to finance them or support them. And there they are. They're about my age. They're post-menopausal. Like, why isn't oh my God, this life is so unfair. It's like, you never worked a real fucking job in your life. Shut the fuck up. You've had life on easy mode this entire time. And then you're miserable because you haven't accomplished anything. You were shielded from reality because of men's sex drive, and society wanted you to vote for them or spend money on shoes, get a master's degree, all this. I mean, in that way, they're truly tragically a victim, but they're delusional. And all of a sudden, life is over, or their youth is certainly gone, and 2/3 dead. And men get that too a little bit. Follow your heart, do whatever, be nice. But we kind of wake and snap the fuck out of it around our 30s. And yeah, it's amazing how much easier life gets when you play by the fucking rules, when you adhere to reality. Like, oh, that's why the accounting majors made more than I did, because I majored in finance and I thought it was too tedious and boring. I thought I was going to be an analyst, and it turns out you do just as much accounting. Like, oh shit, this is one of the worst degrees to choose. Yeah, that's how it works. The engineers make more money because they do more math. And then their lives are easier because of it. Justified Misogyny, $2. Decided to enroll in a tax prep course before becoming an EA. Yeah, good. There you go. And that's what that guy could do. Everyone tune into the Elkins Accounting Hour, and you could find a way that you could work in accounting without having to go to school. But it's still going to be work. You still got to learn QuickBooks. You got to Peachtree Financial. You got to, the enrolled agent. That's no joke. That's a 3-part test. Justify Misogyny, $2 courses. Professor Rand also won a $1,500 work award. Good for you. Mike Hunt, $2. With a pension, pay mortgage early or build war chest. That depends on your mortgage interest rate. If it's below 3, hell no, don't pay off your mortgage. But if it's above 3, 4, 5, I mean, it really depends on what the interest rate is. All right, that's it. Link below, of course, the dad you never had, because apparently I got to kick everyone in the fucking nuts today. See you guys later. Toodles.